Welcome back. I'm Sarah DeShaw, blogger and online educator for entrepreneurs over at sarahDeshaw.com. In this video, we're going to cover how to get fresh, postable photos for your brand today without having to take any new pictures, because sometimes we just need to give ourselves a little break from taking photos and get creative with how we can stretch, repurpose, and utilize content we've already created. Sound good? Okay, let's get started. The first option is to go through your photo libraries and find a picture you haven't posted before. For me, these are usually photos that I previously considered to be outtakes, meaning it wasn't the main picture I was going for at the time. It was more of like a in-between moment, which, by the way, an easy way to always get extra photos in your sessions is to ask your photographer or your friend or whoever's helping you take photos for your brand to keep shooting in between the main shots so you can get extra photos at your session. Here's an example of a photo I found by going through some old photos. The photo on the left is the one I was originally going for and the one I ended up posting, but the photo on the right was also taken within a few minutes of taking the other photo, but I never posted it. The photo on the right may not feel new to me, but it would feel super fresh to my audience if I were to post it because they've never seen it before. If you haven't had any brand photo shoots, or if you have and you're not finding any fresh looking content there, you can utilize this same concept by scrolling through your phone's camera roll and finding some personal or behind the scenes photos you haven't shared before. Looking through your old photos with a fresh set of eyes is so valuable. Just like sometimes you might start liking a sweater that's been in the back of your closet that previously felt kind of meh for a season, you might find some photos you've already invested time, money, or creative energy in that weren't quite right before, but they're perfect to use now. Revisiting your photo libraries could be all it takes for you to find a fresh, postable photo today. Just browse and wait for something to catch your eye, and if you find something you like, but it's not 100% what you're going for, or if you can only find photos you've already posted, that's totally okay. I'm about to share 3 ways you can edit or alter photos you've already taken to turn them into some fresh content for your brand. The first way you can turn an old photo into fresh, new content for your brand is to change the perspective. What I mean by perspective is the point of view the audience is seeing the photo from. So the perspective can easily be changed by rotating the photo, cropping it, or both. Changing the perspective of your photo transforms it into something completely new. Cropping is essentially cutting your photo. I like to think of it like a cookie cutter for your photos. It's a great tool to help your viewers focus on a totally different part of the picture than they did before by cutting out portions of the photo. And rotating your photo is exactly what it sounds like. It's just turning your photo. So when you rotate your photo, whether it's just a little or even a lot and just totally flip it, it can let viewers see your photo from a whole new perspective. So experiment with cropping, rotating, or both until your original photo looks brand new. When I was thinking about cropping and rotating for this video, what kept popping into my mind was that Ariana Grande Sweetener album cover art. I don't know if you've seen it or not, so I had to pull it to show you because she did both of these things to reinvent her photo and create it into something new. On the left is the original photo, and on the right she had her photo cropped and rotated to make it into something really show-stopping and brand new. In case that example is too far out there for your brand, I also pulled an example of something a little more subtle to show you. On the left is the original photo, and on the right is the new photo created by cropping and rotating to change the perspective. If you use this strategy to stretch your brand content further, just make sure your photo is high enough in resolution that when you're cropping it, it doesn't make it look blurry or grainy, all right? The second way you can turn an old photo into fresh content for your brand is by editing the colors. Sometimes I skip over posting certain photos because the colors don't fit with my brand's color palette, and if it's on Instagram, for example, it kind of messes up my grid. But there's actually a really easy fix for this that I've been using a lot lately, and I want to show you. What I do is use the app Darkroom to remove tones of colors that are throwing off the color vibe I'm going for. This is what the app looks like. After I open the app and pick the photo I'm going to edit, I click on the 3 overlapping circles on the menu bar at the bottom. Then I tap on which hue I want to remove from my photo. Then I decrease the saturation of that hue by sliding the circle on the saturation bar to the left, usually all the way, so that the hue is no longer in that photo at all. Just keep in mind that you may need to remove the saturation from multiple hues in the same color family to get the result you're going for. The third way to turn an old photo into fresh content for your brand is to add an overlay. So what I mean by an overlay is to literally lay something over top of your photo. So this could be a brand color, some words, or even both. My favorite program to do this in is Canva. So Canva does have an iPhone app, but I prefer to work on the desktop version. So I'm going to show you how to add an overlay to your photo in Canva from your desktop computer. So if you want to follow along, you can sign up at canva.com, and it's a free account, and let's get to it. Canva has lots of awesome resources to help you understand how to use their platform better, but in this video, I'm just going to dig right in to show you how to do a quick overlay example. So once you're logged in, click on Create a Design on the left-hand side. Then for this example, let's do an Instagram post. Once it all loads, you can drag and drop your photo onto the white space and then drag the corners of your photo to resize it to fill the entire white space. Next, click on Elements on the left-hand side. Then click on the square to add it to your design. This will be your overlay, but we're going to change it to make it look really good. If you'd like to change the color of the overlay to one of your brand colors, click on one of the colors available on the left-hand side, or click on the plus sign over there to choose a custom color. Once you have your color selected, you'll want to make your square transparent so you can see the photo behind it. Then stretch the square to cover the whole photo. Next, if you'd like to add text over your photo, click Text on the left-hand side. Then, click on a style you like to add it over top of your photo. Adjust the size, colors, and change the text to say what you'd like it to say. Remember, if you'd like just a text overlay without the color overlay, you could just delete the colored square or just do the second part I showed you and don't add the square at all. Just play around with it and see what works for your brand and the particular photo you're working with. Once you're happy with the way it looks, click the download button in the upper right-hand corner, choose the file type, then click the download button below that to download your file. And that's it. By scouring for photos you haven't posted before, or even using photos you have posted and altering them in one or even all of the ways I showed you, you can stretch your content further and buy yourself a little extra time in between photo shoots. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up, or you can give it a thumbs down if you don't, whatever. If you plan on trying any of the options I shared with you, just leave a comment below and let me know which one. I would love to hear from you. And if you'd like to keep up with the videos I create on how to improve your brand and grow your business, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it very much. Oh yeah, one more thing. I have a free PDF download I think you'll really like called My 4 Favorite Editing Apps, where I go through which apps they are, where to find them, and what I use them for. So I already introduced you to one of them today, which is Darkroom. But if you'd like to know what the other 3 are, there's a link below this video where you can get instant access to that PDF by just letting me know what email address you'd like me to send it to. All right, guys, that's everything for today. I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. But until then, you can catch me on Instagram at Sarah DeShaw. All right, see you guys later.